What's up, good people and Eagle and Commander fans? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of Joe Boo's Sports Report, as well as Joe Boo's day job. Dealing with an old-ass house here and some of the problems that exist with it, and trying to get a repair that somebody did years ago. It's kind of low, and I'm trying to replace it. There's a couple of boards in there that are rotting out, so that's what I have to do. That's what we do. We fix shit. I know things and I fix shit. Right now I'm in the cellar of a house built in the 1860s. Whew. And looking at the pipes and stuff in here that are hot as hell. Whew. Boy, they're pitted and everything else. She's gonna have to get these replaced eventually, but not today. So I was looking at Stephen Jones, who kind of threw some shade at Dak Prescott, and kind of let you have a window into their thinking. They're thinking about Trey Lance and the reason why they signed him, because they were looking, okay, he basically admitted, we were looking for a replacement for Dak Prescott. And we looked at Trey Lance and said, see, this is where I say we're screwed as Cowboy fans, because they don't know Dick. They viewed Trey Lance as a very viable quarterback. They said they rated him really high, and they didn't think that they would get a quarterback of his caliber in the 4th round in the draft. They figured that 4th round pick, that's no problem, because as he put it, they wanted options with Dak Prescott, because Dak Prescott, of course, was up for contract. And as he put it, Dak could have decided to sign elsewhere and basically leave us holding the bag. And so they brought Trey Lance in, and figuring he's talented. He was a, top 3 draft pick, a team that, they gave up multiple number 1s to get him. And the Cowboys figured, yeah, let's go ahead and do that, because then we can let Dak walk. That was the plan. And he said he'd do it again in retrospect. It says it took the pressure off of having, because Dak signed his contract, it took the pressure off them to have to get Trey Lance out there playing. But you're still without Dak Prescott right now. And you gambled with the 4th round pick, and it looks like he's going to be able to just walk. There's going to be viable quarterbacks out there that, have at least a little more experience. You look at Daniel Jones has gotten a lot more experience, be it not that good, but you got to look at the tape that's out there with Trey Lance. It's not that good either. And I'm beginning to sound like Stephen Jones. There's a lot of guys out there quarterbacking things, but, we looked at Trey Lance and what he had done. Guys, don't draft a quarterback from North Dakota State, okay? Don't draft a quarterback from North Dakota State. Here's the thing. They may look great at North Dakota State, but they were on the same level as JMU. And as much as I like Ben DiNucci, who did great things at JMU, he's not an NFL quarterback. Not an NFL quarterback. Carson Wentz showed you that. As much as you all think that Dak sucks and everything else, Dak, at least in college, was playing against guys in the Southeast Conference. The Southeast Conference that, I don't know, puts about 50 or 60 guys in the NFL every year. How many does, North Dakota State's conference put in the NFL? 2 or 3? You're playing against elite talent, okay? You're already under the pressure cooker. And by the way, Trey Lance, I'm sitting there trying to still figure out what you're going on, because the guy doesn't even have 400 total passes in the NFL and in college, I believe it is. I believe that's somewhere where it is. He's got very little experience. And somehow you guys think, oh, well, we can just let Dak walk and go ahead and just, we got Trey Lance, and he was a 1st round draft pick. Oh my God. So was Josh Rosen. Okay, that guy was, and all those other guys that the Cleveland Browns did, like Johnny Manziel and stuff. Yeah, they were a first round talented, evaluated player, but they certainly weren't that in the NFL. This is why it's so hard to be a Dallas Cowboy fan. I'm too old to change, but my God, we are some of the dumbest mother humpers in the world. The shit that we do is so stupid, and the way that they end up trying to sugarcoat it and make themselves look like they're not at fault. Listen, Stephen Jones, you know what? Why don't you just say, you know what? We thought Trey Lance was going to be better than this. We thought he was going to be better than this. And unfortunately, he wasn't. We gambled, we lost, and so on. We're going to move on and learn from our mistake. Instead, he's up there saying, oh, I'd do the same thing twice. Okay, how about this? How about you trying something different than the same stupid shit that you do? You could have had Derrick Henry. Instead, you're just sitting here scheming against Dak Prescott because you wanted to save a buck. That's how stupid we are. And that's why we are 10.5-point underdogs to the Washington Commanders. Dan Quinn literally is laughing at you. He's laughing at you. He's sitting there best buddies with your defensive end, softening his ass up, giving him tickets and things like that, right? He's out there, because this is the kind of shit that really pisses you off. Because while you're out there penny pinching and everything else, and, saying we don't need these guys, we can just replace through the draft and stuff like this, you guys notice that Dante Fowler with the Commanders, with a coach, is one of the top sackers in the NFL? He's got 8.5 sacks. He's got 8.5 sacks. It's a guy we said we don't need. We don't need him. No, okay. We can just draft somebody to replace them. Yeah. We don't need no Derrick Henry. We'll just bring back Zeke. That's fine. And then, you know what? We paid CeeDee Lamb. So that means we're not going to spend any money on anybody else. We'll just go ahead and we'll just throw the ball to him more, and he'll be able to hold up as opposed to being injured like he is. This is stupid. Stephen Jones, Jerry Jones, you don't know shit. You're stupid. You're freaking idiots. You make every damn mistake, and then you try and smile and tell us that you're great. You're not great. You suck. You stink. You are just nada, nothing, zero. God. Shit pisses me off, man. Damn Joneses. My God. Well, we thought that Trey Lance was a very talented guy. Just like you thought that, Mingo. Well, that's the guy we had in the second round. So we'll just give him another 4th round pick for him, and we're okay. That's 2 years in a row that you didn't give up your 4th round draft pick. That should be a starter on your team, or at least a special team standout. And you guys wonder why we stink. Stephen and Jerry frickin' Jones.